Hello everyone, I am Red Wolf. Today I will be talking about a crazy fun and powerful build in IRONSTRIKE. If you don't know, IRONSTRIKE is a co-op medieval roguelike fighting game that has multiple elements of destruction. There are currently 3 classes of melee, archer, and mage. We will be giving some light to the melee class today with a one-shot build and a one-phase build all in one. We will be analyzing all of the skills and weapons that you should be hunting every time if you want this build. I strongly recommend that if you want to go for builds specifically like this, then you should invest into Tecca's upgrades and grab the most amount of rerolls, which is 3. They will be very helpful in getting your build. First off, I would like to discuss our path of weapons. You first want to pick the Lantian Glaive. The Glaive is the best starting weapon for this build because it can lead to very good option weapons for the tier 2 weapons, those being the heavy Battleaxe, the Sentinel's Voulge, and the Kaivann Mace. After that, your number one option to choose is the Arbiters Warhammer. It has the highest DPS of any option that you could grab. Besides the hammer, you could also grab the Grand Cudgel, which you'll see a lot of the footage in this video because I didn't get the hammer, Titan's Greataxe, and the Gavel of Tecca. Mainly, you just need to go off of what is the most damage in one strike, that is being the hammer. Now for our choice of skills, they are pretty flexible. The number one piece of the puzzle you need is Berserk. Berserk grants you 120% damage boost for every other enemy hit in 7 seconds. Your dash refills on the kill, and the bonus lasts for a good 12 seconds. This is buffed at 200% bonus damage when enhanced, which is absolutely bonkers. If you can use up to all your rerolls to get this enhanced if you want, but Berserk as it is already super broken and just super duper good for this build. Make sure to max out Berserk if you can. Next must have is Quick Hit. Iron Strikes deal 90% increased damage with 1.5 seconds of spawning in. When enhanced, this is 140%. Since you are always slapping enemies to the moon left and right, this is super useful to have that extra punch and damage. Make sure to max out Quick Hit. Next must have is Charge. Charge grants a free 80 focus and it increases your dash distance to 10 meters when at level 2. Enhanced goes to 120 focus. Usually you just want level 2 of this. You shouldn't need to go any higher than 2, but recently I have seen it's really fun to have enhanced charge at level 3. So if you want to do that, that is cool as well. The final must-have is Follow-Up. Follow-Up says after hitting an Iron Strike has a 55% chance to spawn another and 65% when enhanced. You just want this at level 3 straight up, no questions asked. Now the last my upgrade is pretty flexible. You can have either First Impression 3 or Combo 3. First Impression if you want that one shot almost any enemy, or Combo if you want to stack up more damage on something like a boss. Your last tactic is also flexible between Bounce Around, Coupe De Grace, or Riposte. Bounce Around is probably the best option for boss damage, so if you want to get those extra chances for Fallout to proc. Coupe De Grace is also good for bosses, so you don't have to damage them up to a point like 75% health or 50% health or even 20%. You don't have to deal with that extra damage. And Riposte makes it easier for Iron Strikes to appear, therefore allowing follow-up to proc more. So that is also good to have as well. Now what should it look like in an encounter? How does this perform as a one-shot build? So let's say we have First Impression Bounced Around as our might skill and our tactic skill for the ones that are, flexible. Say your first enemy appears and you dash to it with your extended dash with the charge. You already have or do have 2 Iron Strikes on the enemy. You hit both and the dude's dead because you have so much damage with Quick Hit and First Impression. And your base damage. Now you have a stack of Berserk, which is very good. to have. And your dash is refilled because you killed them so fast, so you dash to your next enemy. You hit them twice and they die again, and you had that extra Berserk damage, so you get another stack of Berserk. And now you do this enough times to the enemy just being one hit. The first hit on the enemy is the last hit on the enemy. And if you don't one-shot the enemy, you have tools like follow-up, which gives you more chances to do like more like quicker kills anyway. In bounce round, giving follow-up more chances to proc on other enemies around the enemy you just killed. And the big thing about follow-up is also good for the boss, so you can keep training Iron Strikes and doing some sort of one phase on the boss, and that is why there is also combo in that pool of recommended that last might skill. That is it for this video, as there isn't much else to talk about. I have some more footage of me using this build, so I'll let it play out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm hoping to make this a series of the Iron Strike builds. But if you've seen a single video on my channel of like a series, you see like it doesn't last long. It's like one video or something, so yeah, this probably won't be a series, but this is just a fun thing for me to make. I enjoyed making this video, so thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of the video.